too hard. MP against Nutt. A three from MP. Trains the three-pointer. MP's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Butler, defended by Hardy. Shot clock at 3.
Hit the PlayStation button. Click on the party. And then click Start Share Screen. Yeah, hit the PlayStation button and then click on like the party and you should see Start Share Screen.
This will go for 5 up to the 33. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And he goes out right around the 39. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them,
Oh, you figured it out good.
Solid all-around player. Jimmy Butler understands the importance of sharing the ball with guys.
Kicks it out to Harden. And he converts the layup. Harden's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Back to none. The basket, nice shot.
in the wrong place, but you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one, 30 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. And good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your own line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now to throw. It's swung out to Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the...
He got 80? He gave him 80 mil? Goddamn. How many years?
Simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Well, McLaurin wanted similar.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken away the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Oh, I fell.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Our score after 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Darnold. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple
He got Bosa playing D tackle and put Reach Elite on him.
By the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the
Yes, sir.
he'll go before heading out of bounds. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Doug Costin on the tackle. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Relax. That is fucking ridiculous.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening.
I threw it up the seam and he just picked it from the middle linebacker spot.
If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. Now a play fake. Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down. Lance now on first down.
That's a pick. Jen, come on, bro.
A little too good there, and it's 2nd down. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? Now Lance again.
Got stuck on the fucking D-line.
This one caught by Kittle. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game. Lance a handoff here to Mostert, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss.
pass out to the flat. Mostert. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being...
That's a pick. That shit's annoying, bro. She's sitting dime and dollar all game. I do a pick.
And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I got McCaffrey, bro. I can't run it every play.
Why do they alter it so much?
I got McCaffrey. I can't run it every play.
Players say, well, one play doesn't usually
I just can't.
But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum. Play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start. Second and 11. Darnold hand off to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
Bro, what?
Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff, now Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Hubbard has the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Finding room at the 30. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 84 yards. And the Niners continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Come on, D. Check 99. Check 99 like you mean it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now it's Darnold. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Grant's going to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A Mostert a 1st down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Darnold. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Panthers 22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 18-yard line. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mostert. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Darnold. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now left side on the swing pass. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
To the air again, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. David Njoku saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up the 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Here's Darnold. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. One last throw now for Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more